Shalom, my brothers and sisters, shalom, and welcome to another segment of Words and Questions to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. If you are tuning in for the first time, my name is Symmanayah, and those whom I refer to as Yashar'al, Nation of Believers, I am referencing those who seek to do the will of Almighty Yahush'a and accept Yahush'a as Mashiach. Today is September 9th, 2013, and as I mentioned, my name is Symmanayah. In this segment, I want to address the issue of managing discoveries. Managing discoveries. What will you do next and when? Shalom again, my brothers and sisters. Do you believe we are in the last days? Have end times reached us? I would like to invite you to search terms regarding famine, food shortage, food supply, drought, fresh water shortages, plagues and diseases, as well as earthquakes and storms. Use your technology and search to see, are these things occurring, unfolding before our eyes? Depending on the degree of your research, you should be able to conclude that much of these conditions are emerging across the globe, in some cases like never before. I ask you, do we serve a living Elohim, an Almighty Father Yahuwah? Have we come to grips with identifying that He, Almighty Yahuwah, sent His set-apart Spirit in Yahusha's name? Referencing again John 14:26. Do we believe that He dwells in us? Consider Acts 7:48. It reads as follows. However, the Most High does not dwell in dwellings made with hands, as the prophet says. Yahuwah, who made the world, and now I'm reading Acts 17:24. Yahuwah, who made the world and all that is in it, this one being master of heaven and earth, does not dwell in dwelling places, in dwellings made with hands. Nor is he served with men's hands as if needing any, himself giving to all life and breath and all else. And he has made from one blood every nation of men to dwell on all the faces of the earth, having ordained beforehand the times and the boundaries of their dwelling, to seek the Master, if at least they would reach out for him and find him, though he is not far from each one of us. That was Acts 17th chapter, verses 24 through 27. Romans 8:11. And if the spirit of him who raised Yahush'a from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Messiah from the dead shall also give life to your mortal bodies through his spirit dwelling in you. Ephesians 3:17, that the Messiah might dwell in your hearts through belief, having become rooted and grounded in love. 1 Corinthians 3:16, do you not know that you are a dwelling place of Elohim, and that the Spirit of Elohim dwells in you? I want to also share with you another passage of Scripture. John 4th chapter, verses 10 through 19. And they read as follows. John 4th chapter, 10th verse through the 19th verse. Yahush'a answered, said to her, if you knew the gift of Elohim and who it is who says to you, give me to drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water. The woman said to him, Master, you have no vessel, and the well is deep. From where then do you have living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the well, and drank from it himself, and his sons, and his cattle? Yahush'a answered and said to her, everyone drinking of this water shall thirst again, but whoever drinks of the water I give him shall certainly never thirst. And the water that I give him shall become in him a fountain of water, springing up into everlasting life. It goes on, verse 15. The woman said to him, Master, give me this water so that I do not thirst, nor come here to draw. Yahush'a said to her, go call your husband and come here. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahush'a said to her, you have well said, I have no husband, for you have had 5 husbands. And the one whom you now have is not your husband. What you have said is true. The woman said to him, Master, I see that you are a prophet. Let me ask you, my brothers and sisters, have we witnessed a display in true discernment in the 4th chapter of John with the woman at the well? Is it possible that the Almighty Father, through his set-apart Spirit sent in Yahusha's name, can reveal things to us? Do you think that times are getting worse? Is it possible that, like in the days of old, how the Almighty Father spared and or saved some people from destruction, that He just may demonstrate such actions again? I am compelled, as mentioned in times past, that Yashar'al, a nation of believers who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father Yahuwah, and those who accept Yahush'a will be gathered in these last days. I am compelled to believe we will witness the perfecting of a body of one under the sovereign of Yahush'a. If you are able to hear these words, know this: things that are hidden will be revealed, they will be uncovered. In order to free us from strongholds, the misleadings of erroneous teachers, personal distractions, and other rebellious influence, those who seek earnestly to worship and obey will experience an increase in discernment. In other words, discernment, the revealing, the uncovering, will be an action that will free us from the strongholds of misleading and erroneous teachers. It will free us from the strongholds of personal distractions and other rebellious influences. I encourage you to read Revelations chapters 2 and 3 regarding assemblies. Examine how we are to come away from compromising teachings, and beware of those who call themselves prophets, to say the least. As our eyes are open, it would be true to say we would be experiencing many discoveries. I am compelled to believe, as the Most High Father fulfilled His promises to us regarding reproof, chastening, we will come to see many discoveries. The challenge many of us will face is, what will we do next and when? In other words, my brothers and sisters, have we considered the order of service when discoveries become real? Over the years, I have come to learn the first order of service is to pray, seek understanding, and to determine the next step, whether it be action or to be still, whether it be to speak or to be silent. It will be wise, my brothers and sisters, to realize as we grow closer to the return of our Mashiach, Yahush'a, there are yet many scriptures that must be fulfilled. As discoveries become more visible and we are able to hear the living instructions and guidance from above more clearly, it will be wise to pray for the means to manage these discoveries. In other words, know what we are to do next. It would be wise to have a ready mind to respond as guided by the Spirit of Yahush'a. Let us not succumb to unbelief and or rebellious influence. Let us earnestly learn how to be precise in our actions. Yes, the power of atonement has its place, but remember, it is a terrible thing to tempt the Most High Father. Let us continue to seek to improve our worship and be obedient to Him. Yes, my brothers and sisters, we are facing some challenging times. Be encouraged. If our desire is to worship and obey the Ancient of Days, He who is beginning and end, we will witness some phenomenal things in the coming days. We will grow to find comfort and understanding and knowing what must be done, that scriptures will be fulfilled. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, my family, prepare to be trained and developed on how to manage the many discoveries that are ahead. Prepare to receive living guidance and instruction from the Spirit of Yahush'a, whether it be through Him opening the mouth of a donkey, causing the rocks to cry out and instruct us, or speaking through us one towards another, or the use of His watchmen, or whether it be messengers or Malakim that will deliver the instructions that are needed in these last days. Until next time, my family, I pray that you're able to endure the emerging challenges. Until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.